A few weeks ago, I sat down with a client who was doing everything right on LinkedIn. She was posting 5 times a week. Her posts looked really good. They had good hooks as well. And she was even doing carousels, images. But then she looked at me and she said, Kanika, I just don't understand it. I'm doing everything right. I'm putting in all the work, but I'm not attracting any clients. And sadly, this is not just a case that I saw with her. This is often the most common mistake because people put a lot of focus on content, but content without any inbound messages, without any comments, that's only 1/3 of the whole puzzle. So I am Kanika Vasudeva. I'm a LinkedIn strategist. And in this episode, I want to talk to content creators just like you. If you are actually using LinkedIn to post content but not signing clients, then I want to talk to you because I want to give you a 20-minute routine that will get you signing clients from LinkedIn. So this is not a content calendar. This is a full system that you are getting. But before I dive into the system, I want to give you some research so that you can understand the bigger framework behind it. Now, Sprout Social came out with an algorithm report for LinkedIn recently in 2026. And they said that LinkedIn is not ranking on likes anymore. It's actually ranking your content on dwell time, meaning they're ranking your content based on how long someone stays on your post after scrolling. And then Hootsuite, they also came up with a 2026 breakdown, and they provide a second piece to this report. They said that the first 60 to 90 minutes after you post, they decide whether LinkedIn is going to show your content to more people or less. So for my client, she was just posting and then walking away, which actually meant that she was losing the game in the first hour. Because remember, those first 60 to 90 minutes, they matter the most. So now we are making sense that commenting on LinkedIn is a good strategy. Here again, let me give you a little bit more research. So the same Sprout Social research said that 50 thoughtful comments now carry more algorithmic weight than 500 likes, which means that LinkedIn is reading for meaning now. It's not counting reactions. It's actually rewarding conversation. And hence, I asked her a different question. I didn't ask her about her content, but I said, well, what are you doing beyond the content? How else are you showing up? Because if you're not commenting, you're actually lowering your reach. Now, this brings me to another research from HubSpot. HubSpot looked at its own inbound marketing data, and it figured that inbound leads close at 14.6% compared to 1.7% for cold outbound. So that means inbound leads, they were converting about 8.5 times better than cold outreach. Which means that the real question is not how do I post more, but the real question should be how do I become the trusted authority for my buyers? Because if they're already warm to you before you even send them a message, your chances to convert them are 8.5 times more. This again points to how commenting can be a very strong lever in your LinkedIn strategy, because the more people see you, the more they build the trust with you. Now, I've seen this in other practitioner data too. I coach people on how to build personal brands on LinkedIn, and I also offer done-for-you services to rank them better on LinkedIn. And over again, what I find is that if people are commenting on 15 to 20 posts a day, not their own posts, but on somebody else's posts, then they can have about 7 times more inbound profile visits. So when your LinkedIn strategy is not just about posting, but also strategically showing up on people's feeds, then you are increasing your inbound profile visits. And this is what I see with my clients over and over again, that when someone visits your profile and you direct message them, or you go out and you leave a comment on someone's field and then send them a message in their inbox, they are just going to reply a lot more. Sometimes that response rate even goes up from 5% to 40%. Now, do you want to know what I told my client? I asked her to rebuild her day. She was spending 1 hour on LinkedIn every day. And I said, instead, let's split that 1 hour into 20-minute chunks, and we're going to do it 3 times a day. Minute 1 to 5 is just commenting. Before she posts anything of her own, she has to leave 5 to 10 comments on posts from people where her ideal clients are already hanging out. She should be leaving a real point of view, not just something like great post, but just an actual perspective. That warms LinkedIn up. That helps LinkedIn understand that she's already there building the community, engaging, and that allows LinkedIn to send her content out to more people. Then minutes 6 to 15, that is her own post, spending time there, responding to every comment that's coming along, keeping the conversation going, because LinkedIn literally just measures that. Then minutes 16 to 20 is sending an outbound message, because if your business is not having conversations, then you're not having a business, right? That message should not be a pitch. It is just a reference about something specific about that person. Maybe you reference a post that they wrote. Maybe you reference a comment that they left. You're building a warm engagement with them before you actually invite them to booking a call with them, because it's more about the relationship. You want to build the relationship. You want to guide it towards the call. So literally, now that's the system. Content, conversations, calls. It's all done in the same 20 minutes every single day. You do that 3 times a day. You're sending 3 outbound messages. You are having more footprint on LinkedIn, and you are getting found by way more people. So what happened with my client when she actually implemented this system? For the first 2 weeks, it wasn't really anything dramatic. Her profile was getting found more. She was being recommended more on search appearances. She was noticing that there were more people who were landing on her page, because LinkedIn gives you that stats. And we had fixed her profile before this. So people were seeing exactly what she was doing, how she was helping them. Then by the second week, inquiries started coming in. People were now messaging her first. She was not chasing them. By the end of month 1, she had signed 1 high-paying client straight from a conversation that started in her DMs. She kept the routine going, and then 2 weeks after that, she had 5 sales calls booked. Her previous 6 months of consistent daily posting on its own had gotten her 0 calls. Now, if you're wanting to get the same results and increase in conversations that you're having with your clients, then I am sharing the exact DM scripts I use with my clients to help them book sales calls without being pushy. The link is in the show notes, and I will see you in the next episode.